So, hello everybody. Welcome to Rex Tech Pop on a Monday, Monday the 12th, December 12th at 2:02. I know I'm late. I just got busy doing something and wasn't watching the time. Even though the last time I had seen what the time was I had like 8 minutes, so I could finish doing what I was doing. And the next thing I know, I look at the clock and it says 1:59. Oh dang! I got things I gotta do yet before my live stream, and I haven't done that yet. And I'm all messed up today. And hello to everybody. Hope you're all having a. These lights, I tell you, they just do not stay where I want them to. I mean, they're nice, but they just do not make me the happiest clown in the world. I think they would, but no, they're not. But they're the best, cheapest thing besides nothing, so I will use them. I just have to keep rearranging. If I do that, then the lights are in my face. And I don't want the lights in my face. I know you guys are saying, oh, I'm dark, I can't be seen so well. Well, if I do this, then I have to do this, and I don't want to do that, so we're going to put them back to, like, maybe like that. I don't know. And the lighting in this room has never been right, so these apartments were not made for studios. Oh, Ken Stout Live says December. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think this month we're still in December. But those are just rumors I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true. I just keep hearing everybody saying it's December, so apparently it's December. And I honestly couldn't tell you. I just go it off of what everybody else tells me. They say it's December, well, then it's December. January? I don't know, Ken. I really don't. I don't think we're in January yet. In fact, I know we're not, because my sister's birthday is the 10th of January. So as you can see, I am just getting things prepared here for the live stream because, like I said, I was in the other room doing things, and I thought I had 6 to 8 minutes. The next thing I know, it's 1:59. I hadn't got my drink ready yet. Mother Nature had called, and I hadn't gotten all my notes written. So imagine how fast that went. Getting the notes written, taking care of Mother Nature while writing notes, and then coming out and getting my drink ready for today's live stream. So, but I am here. Hope you all are having a great Monday. I hope it's not a disastrous Monday like most people say it is. Most people say they can't have a good Monday whether if they want to or not, but hope you're having a good day. Notes. Yes, maybe I should try that. Yeah, they do help out a little bit. But you gotta remember to write the notes. Then once you have the notes written, you gotta remember to bring them with you. And yesterday I didn't do that. I had 2 important things I wanted to talk about, and I didn't because I didn't bring my notes out with me. So if you people do notes, bring the notes with you. I know people might think or seem to think that I may be off my medication or something. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm just in an extremely good mood today. There's nothing really bothering me today. And that's unusual for a Monday. Usually on Mondays, everything bothers me. From the other side of the planet to my state, my county, my whatever, to Pakistan, I usually worry about, yeah, today is just, I don't care. He must smile at my face, I'll be happier. And all these new pens that I got from, I think, Tony, or whoever sent them to me, half of them have dried up already. I've got like 3 or 4 pens that still work. And they were Bics, so I gotta go buy another 8-pack or 5-pack, whatever he bought me, which I'm still very grateful that he did that. These pens just don't last long here. I tried using a pen yesterday, and I just went in circles and circles and circles, and nothing. Took that pen, put it aside, took the next one out, went circles and circles, circles, nothing. Put that pen aside. I went through all 10 of them. There's only maybe 1, 2, 3 pens that work. What did I just do with the pen I had? Well, anyhow, there's the cap that I was looking for, but now where's the pen? So I either find the cap or I find the pen. I never find the two together. Oh well. How old is she? You can try Lotus Notes. I occasionally find pens and other office supplies on sale at the grocery store. So for all the stuff that I bought there has worked. Yeah, I need to do that one of these days when I go grocery shopping. But grocery shopping, you're supposed to buy food. I've never understood why a grocery store also has a hardware store and then has a... I don't know, grocery stores aren't grocery stores nowadays. They're not like they used to be. At least that's how I think of them. And then when I was out shopping the other day, which my mom called me and says, you know, Rick, next week you gotta go shopping again. Oh, please, let me get through what I bought first. Which I've gone through quite a bit of it already, so she might be right. Next week I might have to go shopping again, but I'm trying to stretch that out so I don't blow $600 in a month on food. Or $500 some dollars maybe. I really find that very disgusting, so I'm trying to stretch things out. Maybe like to 3 weeks, maybe. Then go shopping and kind of replace what I've used already instead of buying everything all over again, which is $259 some dollars that I did last time. Not wanting to do that again, but everybody says things are a lot cheaper here than what they are everywhere else, and I'm not. Our prices have gone up, but every time my mom and everybody else that I've seen comes to my town, comes with me and goes grocery shopping, they say that store is so much cheaper than the store they go to. I'm looking at it as like, every time I come here, the prices just seem to go up. And everybody says, oh, no, your prices are so much better than my store. Like, not compared to what I'm seeing. I'm seeing our prices go up. A loaf of bread nowadays is, what, $3? I know when my parents back in the 80s were buying a loaf of bread for less than $1. Now it's $3 and something for a loaf of bread. Good God. Bag of chips, the family size, is over $4. Some of them you can buy them for $3.99, but most of them are $4 and some odd cents. I don't know, I'm just seeing prices in my lifetime that I've never seen before, and what everybody else is telling me, these prices are only going to get worse. So, get used to it, folks, or just don't go shopping as much. That's what I'm trying to do, is not go grocery shopping this month, but my mom wants to take me out next month. It's like, I just went shopping here about a week ago. Let me get through what I've got to get through, and then we'll think about doing it again, but not right now. I don't feel like spending $600 some on food in a month. That's just for a single person. Although today, because of the prices, that might seem more reasonable today. That hell, I'd hate to see what a family of 5 spends. 3 kids and a mom and dad. I can't imagine. Anyhow, we're not here to talk about food or grocery stores or whatever. I just wrote down the notes. I didn't write anything extra, so you guys will have to take the extra stuff from this from whatever you want to say about it. But the first one is ads in the File Explorer. For a lot of us, I don't see that coming to fruition because, well, we have ad blockers, we have Malwarebytes, we have all this other stuff in our computers that stop the browsers or stop the ads from showing up. This kind of also goes along with the lines of searching the internet from your start menu. No, thank you. I don't know. I don't know if the ads in the File Explorer. And then there's another one I wrote down about File Explorer. What was that? Oh yeah, they're gonna add Copilot into File Explorer. These ads in File Explorer, I think I've talked about now that I'm thinking about it. I talked about this maybe I think 3 weeks ago, maybe 4, about a month ago, where I was talking about the ads in the File Explorer. And now they're saying now what Microsoft wants to do is put Copilot in File Explorer. Oh, Microsoft, please stop. Stop messing with the File Explorer. Stop messing with the Start menu. It's one thing I wish Microsoft would do. Not just for me, but for everybody. Stop messing with the taskbar, Start menu, and the File Explorer. And things will be just fine. But because of what I'm hearing on YouTube and what I'm hearing from Paul Thurrott and Brad Sams and everybody I talk to about stuff like this, it's all from their marketing team. That's part that most of the reason is why this is all happening is because the marketing. They just want the money. And then the Agentic OS. I had a question about that in here somewhere. Oh, do you want an Agentic OS? Through everything that Microsoft, what the hell are they talking about out there? Through everything that I've heard about Microsoft, yeah, they have this stuff for impulse buying. Yeah, I guess they'll convince a few people to buy stuff when they have ads like that, but MCV, hello. I decided to go through the chat, see who's all here. Tony, Jeff, Darren, and Ken. It looks like we will be. I beat everyone today. Yeah, it kind of looks like you did. And what are these emojis Darren is doing? I guess cone-shaped heads or whatever. I don't know. I see a hand of some sort on there. Yeah, and Ken says, well, we're waiting. Yeah, I lost track of time, guys. That's all it was. I was just in the other room doing stuff, and it said I had 8 to 9 minutes. So I said, oh, good, I got 8 to 9 minutes. Enough to get my notes done and a few other things. And I don't know what happened. I just must have started daydreaming or something because I was just sitting there, not doing anything for about 2 or 3 minutes, thinking. So I was trying to add more stuff to my notes, and I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't overdo it. And then I looked down at the clock, and it said 1:59. 1:59. No. So I quickly got up. Hate it when that happens. And I had just looked at the phone 2 minutes before, and I could have swore it said 1:56. So I had 3 minutes. And then I look at the phone or the computer clock, and it said 1:59. Like 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 minutes gone by that quick. Well, I quickly grabbed my notes, grabbed a few other things, and came out here. And I was planning on coming out here on time. And then I got wrapped up into something, and next thing I know, it said 1:59. Then I come out here, and it said 2 o'clock. I'm like, uh-oh. So, yeah, I apologize for being a little bit late. Wasn't paying attention. But what's new with me? Teachers have always told me that you don't pay attention to anything. No, because you haven't given me anything to pay attention to. It's the excuse I had back then. I don't have one today. Yeah, I think when I go grocery shopping next time, Jeff, I'll get a I don't know, a small box of pens or a small whatever, 5 or 6 pens. I'm surprised these pens dry out so quickly. They're only since Tony or whoever sent them to me, and there's only maybe three or four of them that work. And I do try to put the purple poop pop poop what purple what purple. Okay, Jeff Ryman, in 1960, when I was about done with grade school, bread was about 45 cents a loaf. Yeah, I do remember those cheaper days. I do remember that in the early 80s. Get a loaf of bread for 89 cents. You still can in some places, but the bread's a day old and it's just on the edge of turning green, so. Eh. Yeah, I like the yesteryears of prices when things were cheaper and easier to buy, had more access to it because there was more of it. Now, today, because of supply and demand, I don't know. It's not just the industry of the computers where the prices have gone up, everything has gone up. That's why I've also decided to put off getting a new desk probably until next year. Because to replace this one, I won't tell you guys what the prices were. I will not tell you. That's why it's going to get delayed till next year. Like I said, if I do anything to the desk, if anything, I'll just chop the top part of it off and keep the bottom part and toss the top part of it. I don't want to do it that way, but I don't know. Why can't I get this out of my pocket? That, and that. Okay, I got everything. Oh, where are we here? Oh, here's something you guys aren't going to like. Media Player is no longer going to ID CDs. Yeah, your good old Media Player that everybody's using. Well, it's no longer going to do ID CDs. So, like, when you put a CD in, and, I don't know, let's just go off Def Leppard Hysteria, their Hysteria album. You put the CD in, you close the door, CD spins up, and next thing you know, it comes up with the name of the CD and the artist and everything and all the information off that CD. Microsoft has decided to chop that out of Media Player. I have a question about that. How are we supposed to rip CDs then? Like as if I lost my media collection of 289 CDs in the closet there, music CDs that are in that closet. That's where they're all at. And if I were to lose all of those, how am I going to reload them if I can't get the information off the CDs? It means no picture, no nothing. I don't know why Microsoft is doing that, but and I wonder why people are leaving Windows 11. It's because of bullshit like this. The next thing, Windows 11 new driver update names is a mess, and I've heard this more than once. People doing the drivers, I didn't hear any complaining from Kerry, but maybe he's just not doing it the way other people are doing it and the way I usually do it. The update names for the drivers is going to change. Again, for simplicity at their end, but more difficulty at our end. Names are just not going to make any sense anymore. Just like the the CPU names. You got 14th gen, and that's all with some of the memory schemes they've got out there, the names or whatever. It's just shorten them down a little bit. Just have the name and a short little number, not have a number that's longer than the name and a name that doesn't match. It's like I said, it's a mess. And it apparently is only going to get worse because they're not done messing with it. Microsoft. So there's that one. So that'll be kind of interesting how they figure that one out. Oh, and Windows 11 Q&A. I don't know if anybody ever used Microsoft's Q&A for Windows 11, but apparently it's back. I never knew they got rid. Maybe I missed that somewhere along the line. That Q&A. In fact, yeah, I do remember that now. It was about a year ago. So they said they're going to take down Q&A. But I can't remember the reason why. Well, whatever. Q&A is back. Q&A is back. I just watched I've been watching today. I watched a lot of 2 or 3 videos where everything is negative about Windows, and yeah, some of the things they were right on, some of the things they're overblowing it, but for the most part, what I saw in those 2.5 videos that I was watching, most of it's correct. And I think they said 1 point. Oh, the number has gone up from how many switched over to Linux the first time. Well, that number has jumped up again because now it's 1.9 or 2 point something million people are over on Linux because of what Windows was doing. Not Windows, excuse me, Microsoft. Because Microsoft runs Windows, so I'll say that, yeah, Microsoft. And all these things that I'm seeing on Jeff, I guess you will have to use VLC or something similar. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Like I said, Jeff, I don't know why they decided to do that. They're gonna get pushed back. I guarantee you, they're gonna get pushed back on that. They're gonna get a lot of people saying, "Hey, no, that's not gonna work." Or if you want to, no, I bet you, America, the people in America will bitch so loud, and I hope they do, that Microsoft folds on this one and say, all right, we'll put it back. So people in America and around the world, do your complaining to Microsoft and complain long enough, loud enough that Microsoft changes their mind and puts the ID thing back in the media player. And that's, like I said, how you gonna redo your whole collection of your CDs if it won't come up with the name, the title of the album, the songs, the cover album art? I don't see why they made such an irresponsible mistake like that as to taking that it will no longer ID CDs. I think that was a very stupid idea. But then what idea of theirs hasn't been stupid lately? I mean, they've been making a lot of decisions that I don't think they should have been. Got about 3 minutes left here. I'll probably go overtime a little bit. Um, uh, so it is a nice sunny day here. It is 40 degrees. It is not a bad day out here today at all. And of course, it's Monday, so like I said, I hope everybody had a great or is having a great Monday. Mine's not bad. I just woke up this morning and decided not to let anything bother me and try to stay in a good positive mood today. So far, I've been doing that. Um, been pretty good. I don't know about the rest of the week, but I'm trying today to stay in a positive, moving forward mood. And so far, I've been successful. Oh, my last bit of a note here. Brightech had a video today where Windows Set View is a program you can use to reset your file explorer because of what Windows is doing and how they made all the changes. This program called WinSet View will put it back. I don't know. I'll have to watch the video again because that was one of them that I was watching and I noticed the time was starting to get late, so I stopped the video. But that's the program he was talking about. I think it has to do with File Explorer. You can put the File Explorer back to the way it used to be instead of the way it is today. I guess if anything, there's two things in this that bother me. Is Agentic OS. Seems to be a little bit of problematic. Some of this new stuff that they're doing, I'm not a big fan of. Copilot, that was my biggest one. Not Copilot, but Recall. Recall was and still is taking pictures of your desktop every 30 seconds or so. But I don't think that involves the home or really I think it does involve Pro. I definitely know it involves Enterprise. The education, I don't know, but I know Home somehow, thankfully, escaped all that mess. The encryption, the recall, all that stuff that most people are complaining about. I'm not, because I don't have it because I got Windows Home. Which Kerry Holzman nowadays is starting to advertise that home users today should use Home and not use Pro. I didn't say it, he did. He thinks that today it's kind of ridiculous for a home user to be using Pro, but I know there's a lot of people out there that like to use Pro, and I kind of would have bent in that direction if it hadn't been for this recall and some of the stuff that they're putting in Windows 11 Pro that they're not putting in Windows Home, which is why I'm staying at home. It seems like I avoid a lot of this nightmare stuff, and I understand for work and for offices they can't use Home, they have to use Pro, but home users can pretty much avoid all of that if they just go get a Windows 11 Home. If you get the Pro, I think you're going to run into not so much problems, but you're going to see things do things and work differently. And yeah, I don't know. I just yeah, and that's kind of for Home and Pro. I don't know. I don't have it on mine. I've had several people look. But it's built into the operating system, so you can't really see it, but I don't know. I don't know, but none of that stuff that's bothering everybody else in the United States and around the world. None of that stuff has ever bothered me, and I don't see it bother on other people's computers. So I'd really like to know what people are complaining about with Windows 11, because what they're complaining about, I don't have on my system. I don't have the ads. I don't have the recall bugging me. I don't have all this other crap that people are saying these ads are full screen on their monitors, and I don't have any of that. So I don't know. Maybe it's. I know there are ways you can avoid it. I know there are things that Microsoft doesn't want you to do, but you could get Malwarebytes and then get the extension for your the browser extension. That wipes out all ads, whether it's your File Explorer, your Start menu, ads on websites. All of that disappears when you add that extension into Malwarebytes. That's why I don't have the problems everybody else is having. You know, the ads that go floating across the screen and then they go full screen. I've never had that. I've never and probably never will have an ad in my File Explorer. I've seen it on other computers. Like, oh, geez, you got an ad on your Start menu. It's like, yeah, I know it keeps doing that. I don't know why. Like, I do, but I didn't bother explaining it to him. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't use my computer the way other people do, where they see things that I'm not seeing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I don't see the ads, and I don't see everything that everybody else is belly aching about. And I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I did something wrong, because everybody else is telling me I'm supposed to be seeing ads in everything in Windows 11. And I keep telling people I haven't seen an ad since I had Windows 11 to these computers. Well, then there's something wrong with your computer. You're supposed to be seeing ads. I'm sorry, I don't see ads. Then people just scratch their head thinking, what did you do to your computer that is so wrong that you're not seeing ads? I don't know. I just don't see ads. But then I didn't tell him I had Malwarebytes the extension. I think that's what's doing it. And I bet you if I took out Malwarebytes and shut down the extension or removed it, if I were to wait a few days, yeah, I think I would start seeing the ads on everything. I think the browser extension for Malwarebytes is stopping that from happening. I would ask them, what did you do to your computer that allows ads? I did. I tell them, what did you do? You've got ads that I don't have ads. You did something I didn't do. Well, they don't like it when you say that, especially the people around here. You don't oppose what somebody else says, and I do that all the time. That's why nobody likes me around here in my town, because I oppose what everybody else says. They say it's one way, I turn it around and say, no, it's that way, not this way. They just roll their eyes at me and say, what are you talking about? It's like the opposite of what you're saying, because but I don't know. I really am just guessing at this point. I really don't know why I'm missing all the nightmares and everybody else is dealing with Copilot and recall and ads and things changing all the time. That never happens on mine. Nothing ever changes on mine. I don't deal with all these nightmares that everybody else is dealing with. So, yeah, I ask you guys, what did I do? Thankfully, because I'm not going to change it, but yet I'd kind of like to know, is it that browser extension that changed that? Yeah, I think I'll do that one of these days. Just turn the extension off and then see if the ads come back. But I've never had an ad pop up in my face. I've never had one in File Explorer. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I see it on other computers around the United States or around my town that people are seeing. I see computer ads on their computers all over the place. And then some people on some place on some videos, I get into their comments and they say, "Hey man, why do you got so many ads on your desktop? I don't have any on mine. I've never seen an ad like you have on yours." And he told me the same reason everybody else is. I don't know. They just show up when they want to. They just show up when they want to. Oh, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave mine the way it is because I'm not seeing the ads. I'm not seeing anything that everybody else is. Um, I think most of you shouldn't be seeing ads. I think most of you should be lucky enough, but there are some unlucky fools that I've seen that there goes an ad floating across their file explorer. Like, what the hell was that? Oh, the Microsoft new ads they're coming out with. Like, oh god, not this. Oh. So I don't know. It's just a quick Google search. Yeah. I know everybody likes Google, but I'm not a Google fan. I haven't been on Google for I think going on 3 years now. That's how long I haven't looked at Google. I mean, I go into Google, I update it, and then I immediately close it down and I forget about it. I've been on Firefox for the last 2.5, 3 years, and perfectly happy. So with that, guys, it is 2:39. Anybody else got any thoughts they want to throw at me? Ken Stout says, "Can you disable recall?" No. Chris Titus has tried that, and when he did think he had it disabled, uh, a lot of things in his file explorer didn't work. Um, so the quick and short answer is yes, Ken, you can. I guess no, I don't think you can because it's not a program. Um, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe you can find recall itself and disable it, but when he went looking for it, he couldn't find it. He said that's actually a part of the entire operating system, and it's wires and roots go throughout everything. So technically, no, you can't, but I'm sure if you tried hard enough, you could disable it. But disabling that, I think you're going to destroy a couple of other things. So if there was a way to do it, I wouldn't, because they have tied that into everything. Your file explorer, you won't work. Yeah, they tied it into everything. So yeah, I think you probably could disable it, but I wouldn't attempt it. That's one thing I would leave alone. Is if you do have recall, don't bother trying to disable it because Chris Titus tried that. And oh my god, the nightmare he had to go through to get out of that. I mean, he did do it, but he said, yeah, my suggestion is don't do it. So there's your answer if that's of any help or anything. So Well, I'm surprised they have that recall on Windows Home. I didn't think they would do that. But anyhow, I just will just finish this discussion later tomorrow. It's 2:41, and yeah, I'm kind of out of things I want to say here today. And the thing that really that burns my ass is what Microsoft is doing with Media Player. They're no longer going to ID CDs or DVDs or anything. So I don't know. I guess that goes for the new Media Player and the Classic. I don't know. I'll have to watch that video again to see if they're talking about this new Media Player for Windows 11 or if they're talking about the Media Player Classic. But I don't really use Media Player, so why would I care? But yeah, there's a few things in here that kind of rub me the wrong way. They're no longer IDing CDs, and Copilot is now going to be in the File Explorer, and they're going to really be pushing hard for people to get an online account. When you set up Windows, and Microsoft isn't done with this thought yet. They're still working on it, that when you set up a Windows computer, you're going to have a Microsoft account. Eventually, they're going to get it to the point where you're not going to be able to avoid that. So, I know Kerry Holzman and everybody else is probably thinking, well, they probably won't, but I think they're going to. So, I don't know. This is all just kind of just I don't know. But yeah, it all kind of ties together with all those new stuff that they're making and the Microsoft account thing that they're really wanting people to do. Um, Eventually, I believe it won't be an option. I think sometime next year, it won't be an option. You're just going to have a Microsoft account to use Windows 11. Or Windows 12, as some people are saying that, oh, Windows 12 is coming out. I'm not even thinking about that yet. We're still dealing with the shenanigans of Windows 11. Why would we want to jump to Windows 12 and run into the same problems? But anyhow, guys, Jeff Ryman, Ken Stout, Darren, Robert, Tony. It was nice seeing all of you here today. I hope I get more people in here than just you guys. I don't mind just seeing you guys, and it's fun hanging out with you guys, but I can afford to get a few more people. So if you do see this video in the live stream or after the live stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, join me in chat, and we'll get to know each other and kind of go from there. But until then, why do I have a blue? Okay, there it goes away. I had a blue circle on my cursor, arrow cursor, that told me Windows was doing something. But that's going to do it for it today, guys. I do enjoy you guys being here. Sometimes I don't have too much to say, and then today's like today, I've got too much to say, so I'll balance things out eventually, but I'm going to try to keep it around a half hour, but sometimes I go over it. I said I was going to go over today, so with that, guys, I've got to clean up the disaster that's starting to show up on my desk. And I think I'm going to get to that. A few other things. Probably be on Zoom here in a little bit, because what else is there to do? So with that, guys, I will see all of you tomorrow. In the meantime, have a good day, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Bye for now. did not show